now my goals change. You know, I've got Fabio Wardley in front of me now. And that's the fight that excites me. That's the fight that
Beautiful, Joe. Hey. Just gonna go the opposite.
The WBO, for example, have had the interim heavyweight belt contested for 5 times, whilst we've had an active champion in the shape of Oleksandr Usyk. It seems that TKO announcement last week has got boxing to pull its finger out.
Inside camp, Oleksandr Usyk visits and trains with Joseph Parker ahead of Fabio fight. Usyk training with Joseph Parker sends a clear message. Parker is serious, sharpening himself with one of the sport's best. While Fabio Wardley talks, Parker's working. This quiet preparation speaks louder than any press conference or prediction.
Respect, bro. I respect. It's a great man, Joseph Parker. Like kind of the great smile man.
Analysts are calling Joseph Parker a different breed now, cold, efficient, and ruthless. His recent destruction of world-class opponents shows that his confidence isn't arrogance, it's earned dominance. Against Fabio Wardley, he's not just fighting to win, he's fighting to erase all doubt about who the real contender is.
Parker, Daniel Dubois aside, is the most informed heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, both of them in great form, to be fair, yeah.
If anything, I think actually Joseph Parker is in better form than Daniel Dubois, because that spree of fights of Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang.
Yeah, great
Let's just look at it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous, because Zhilei Zhang was undefeated, in my opinion, until he faced Joseph Parker.
He's becoming a bit of a giant killer, Joseph Parker, really, isn't he?
He really has.
Is Daniel Dubois next on the list?
Fabio Wardley's words radiate confidence, but his tone reveals the pressure beneath. Facing a rejuvenated Parker, who's already crushed top-tier opponents, isn't just another fight, it's a test of will. If Fabio can't stay composed under Parker's precision and pace, confidence alone won't save him when chaos starts.
Look, I've not come here to play around. I've not made it this far in my career to just hang about and wait for things to be handed to me. I'm very much a go-getter.
That's exactly what makes Joseph Parker so dangerous. He's no longer a cautious counterpuncher. He's evolved into a patient hunter. Every feint, every step is designed to lure you in before he pounces with precision. Fabio Wardley, for all his raw power, has never faced this version of Parker, a man who dissects, waits, and then punishes.
Because you know what I know, he's become a bit of a predator, and he waits and he pushes and he pushes and then he waits and then he springs and sets his trap, and then...
That statement alone shows Parker's mindset, disciplined, grounded, and focused. When he says Fabio Wardley is his Usyk, he's not exaggerating. It's respect and determination rolled into one. He knows every fight defines legacy, and if Wardley truly wants to prove himself at world level, he's stepping into Parker's storm at the worst possible time.
Points. Whoever's in front of you, fight them, smash them, move on to the next. So for me, this Fabio Wardley fight is the most important, and he is my Usyk, because there's no point thinking about Usyk if I can't take care of business for Fabio.
Exactly. This isn't a tune-up. Fabio Wardley is stepping into the deep end against a man who's lived in those waters for years. The risk is astronomical for Wardley because he's never dealt with a technician who can take his power, return fire, and break him down systematically. Parker thrives in chaos, and Wardley's about to meet chaos personified.
Big risk for both guys to take this fight. A big risk for Fabio Wardley because it's a massive jump up in comparison to Justis Huni, and it's the unpredictability and the unknown of Fabio Wardley for Joseph Parker. You know, so I respect the both guys for taking this fight. Frank Warren hit the nail on the head.
That's the reality check. Fabio Wardley may be powerful, but power alone won't win this one. Against Parker, you need rhythm, timing, and patience. 3 things Parker has mastered under Andy Lee's guidance. While Fabio's still raw, Parker's evolved into a complete fighter. Sharp defense, surgical counterpunching, and newfound aggression. This is elite-level composure versus youthful chaos.
So I think he relies on his power far too much. He hasn't brought enough to his game right now, and I thought he would have kicked on from that. If he's going to have any chance against Joseph Parker, then he can't just rely on that big right hand. Joseph Parker's a seasoned, well-schooled athlete.
Who hits hard.
Yeah, who hits hard. He's on a resurgence in terms of his confidence and where he is in boxing now, Parker. So it's a good.
Adam Smith's breakdown nails it. Joseph Parker 2.0 is a different beast. The setbacks built him, not broke him. Under Andy Lee, he's rediscovered that championship composure with the hunger of a newcomer. Sure, Wardley's power gives him a chance, but skill, experience, and patience beat brute force 9 times out of 10. Parker's calm is Wardley's nightmare.
I mean, I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble, Dillian White down, so you can never write Wardley out of anything, man.
Derek Chisora's prediction comes from instinct, not analysis. He's a fighter's fighter, and he feels momentum, but momentum can deceive. Wardley might have the hunger, yet Parker has the layers, defense, timing, and championship IQ. Betting on a lucky punch against a man who's trained alongside Oleksandr Usyk sounds more like hope than logic.
I feel like Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. I don't know why I'm thinking of it, but it's just, you know, when you know, it's like that. It's like when you play the lottery and then you just get your numbers right. And I believe Fabio has got his numbers right now, because after his last performance, he's got something to prove. I know Fabio for a while, you know, Fabio's a little beast. And Joseph is a beast as well, but I believe that Fabio Wardley wins this fight with a knockout. It will stop Joseph Parker.
Fraser Clark's insight sums it up. Both men are built tough, but toughness alone won't decide this one. Fabio Wardley's grit and raw power might have earned him respect, yet Joseph Parker's durability and ring IQ sit on another level entirely. Parker has shared the ring with monsters and never folded. His calm under fire, his ability to adapt mid-round, that's what separates him from brawlers. Wardley hits hard, no doubt, but Parker's fought harder hitters and survived. This isn't about who can take a punch, it's about who can think through one. Clark knows that, and deep down, so does Wardley.
Obviously, you've been in with Fabio Wardley on a couple of occasions. What are his biggest qualities?
Well, you don't need me to tell you nothing more than he can punch very hard. You know, you only have to ask my face. Yeah, he can really bang, and he's gritty. He's tough and he's gritty. You know, that's definitely his strengths. But then again, so is Joseph Park. You know, very tough, very durable, very good boxing brain. It's a cracking fight.
Andy Burst hits the nail right on the head. Relentlessness is the key. Fabio can't pause, can't admire his own work, can't let Parker breathe, because the moment he does, Parker switches gears. The Kiwi doesn't just counter, he dissects. His engine is silent but steady, and his footwork keeps opponents guessing where the next strike's coming from. If Wardley wants a chance, he'll have to maintain constant pressure, something that's easy to say, brutal to execute. Against a man who thrives in deep waters, going on and on might drain him before it breaks Parker.
To give the why, he's got to be unrelentless. He's got to be relentless. He's got to go on and on and on and on.
Tony Bellew's words echo with the wisdom of a man who's been there, seen both sides of the canvas. He knows experience wins the long game. Wardley's enthusiasm is admirable, but Parker's ring craft is what separates champions from contenders. Timing, angles, and composure, these are tools you can't fake. Bellew's right, Wardley will make it a fight, but Parker's balance of offense and defense might just smother that youthful fire. This isn't about surviving rounds, it's about dictating them. Parker's rhythm under Andy Lee is almost surgical, and against raw aggression, that precision usually tells the story.
It's one to watch.
Good fight, isn't it?
It is a good fight.
Parker Wardley, I'm actually looking forward to that. I think Parker does it with the experience and the skills and that.
I think he overcomes, but I think it's too big of a
Wardley punches hard. Wardley punches hard enough to make it a fight, and then drag him into something and make it like so interesting.
Fabio's always in the fight, Carl. He has to show against just as soon.
Bellew's blunt observation cuts deep. Stiffness. It's something no coach can hide under hype. Fabio Wardley looks powerful but rigid, predictable when the exchanges stretch. A fighter like Parker feeds off that. He studies habits, finds timing, and then strikes from nowhere. Bellew remembers those moments, that waiting game, that instant when patience becomes punishment. Parker's head movement and composure will feast on any robotic rhythm. Wardley's going to have to loosen up, show variation, or risk being timed clean. When Bellew says boom, it's not just nostalgia, it's a warning of what happens when instinct meets experience.
From England can't fight like fucking stiff. He's gonna be fighting like this, and he's gonna
be shit.
Bro, I come in and I was just, hand was low and lazy, and I was just waiting for you.
Shannon Briggs's comments add a curious layer to the build-up. Rumors of Wardley being dropped in sparring. He shrugs it off, but in the world of elite boxing, whispers matter. They hint at vulnerability, at moments where composure cracked. Briggs knows the game. Gym spills are normal, yet he also knows confidence is fragile when the world's watching. If Wardley's been touched up behind closed doors, imagine what a polished, informed Parker could do under bright lights. This isn't just a fight, it's a test of how real Wardley's confidence truly is. Because under pressure, everything you hide gets exposed.
I'm hearing things that he's been dropped in the ring, in the gym and stuff like that. But that's okay too, because I took a couple spills, little slips in the ring, in the gym. That's okay, but we're going to see. This is going to be a good fight.
Buddy McGirt's words strike the heart of this matchup. Deep waters. That's where Joseph Parker thrives and where Fabio Wardley has never truly been tested. It's one thing to look dangerous early, another to survive when the fight becomes mental warfare. Parker knows how to drown opponents slowly, subtle shifts in pace, controlled bursts of aggression, and that calm breathing while others panic. Wardley's stamina and discipline are untested beyond round 6. Against a man who's gone 12 with elite names, that's a dangerous unknown. If this fight drifts into later rounds, it's not just about who punches harder, it's about who still sees clearly when exhaustion blinds the rest.
Yeah, it's got to go to the deep waters. Unless somebody slips up and get caught early. But we gotta get him into the deep waters.
Duke McKenzie exposes what many fans overlook: Fabio Wardley's fundamentals. Against Justice Hooney, his lack of structure showed. Flat-footed entries, predictable setups, and defensive lapses that world-level opponents exploit mercilessly. Parker's too disciplined to let those slide. Under Andy Lee's tutelage, he's mastered the art of patience, waiting for the right angle, punishing every lazy jab, every slow pivot. McKenzie's critique isn't harsh, it's honest. Wardley's rise has been impressive, but Parker represents a higher chessboard, and when the game moves fast, raw power fades. If Wardley doesn't fix those technical cracks, Parker won't just win, he'll educate him.
But he's also gone behind in certain areas of his technique, which was proven in his last fight against, was it Hooney?
Justice Hooney.
Justice Hooney, right? Because he was exposed.
He was.
For his boxing skills.
Yeah.
Frank Warren's breakdown carries weight because he's seen every kind of fighter come and go. He recognizes that Fabio Wardley's biggest weapon, his power, only lasts as long as his patience does. Parker, meanwhile, can fight all night. He's been in with world-class opponents, taken their best, and kept moving forward. The mention of going the distance isn't casual, it's tactical. Frank knows Parker is built for the long haul, mentally and physically. Wardley's puncher's chance is real, but Warren's tone suggests reality. Sustained pressure, calculated timing, and experience will suffocate wild swings. In wars like these, power may start the story, but endurance writes the ending, and Parker knows exactly how to finish the book.
He's gone the distance once, but I'm talking about with somebody who doesn't fiddle around, somebody who actually would like to get him in the latter rounds and is capable of knocking people over. He's a puncher, you've seen him do it, and he's done it.
Johnny Nelson's insight reveals what many forget: Joseph Parker's unpredictability. 6 or 7 set combinations, each layered with speed and deception. That's not a brawler's arsenal, that's a technician's weaponry. Parker's evolved footwork and sharp reflexes allow him to disguise shots, changing rhythm mid-attack, forcing opponents into panic defense. And when Nelson says, "Control this beast," he's talking about a version of Parker that doesn't just react, he dictates. Fabio Wardley may enter confident, but if Parker starts finding his range early, the tempo flips instantly. One clean exchange could change everything, not through power alone, but through precision. Don't be surprised if Parker not only wins, but exposes just how far ahead he truly is.
He's got at least 6-7 set combinations. He can fight. So he needs to control this beast. If he doesn't control it, don't be surprised if you get an upset Saturday night. Don't be surprised.
Do you think Parker has the power or the speed and combination?
I think he's got the speed.
As the anticipation builds, the air around this fight feels electric, not just for what's at stake, but for what it represents. Joseph Parker isn't chasing validation anymore. He's defending the standard he's rebuilt alongside Oleksandr Usyk. Every round will test Fabio Wardley's resolve. Every exchange will reveal whether hype can survive against heritage. Parker's discipline, his quiet fire, and his mastery of timing make this more than a contest. It's a lesson in controlled dominance. Wardley's power can shake anyone, but Parker's composure can break the strongest. When the lights go out and the bell rings, it won't just be about who lands first, it'll be about who lasts longest. This is legacy versus momentum, and only one survives. If you're backing the master over the moment, hit subscribe and stay tuned for Fight Night fireworks.